How to get a chieftain. I think a lot of newer players want to know how to do this with as little hassle as possible. So this is my no bullshit guide for you. This guide will be pretty quick and you may not understand all of it, but you can certainly Google most of the information if you're serious about achieving this goal. Firstly, the Chieftain is a Clan Wars event reward tank. Now that sounds like a mouthful, but Clan Wars is a game mode of 15 versus 15 between clans. So you need to belong to a clan to even stand a chance of winning this reward tank. Now during a Clan Wars campaign event, roughly twice a year over a 2-week period, it will feature tier 10 reward tanks. The Chieftain is the most prized reward tank of them all because it's just a very dominant tank. You follow so far? So now you know you've got to join a clan, but not just any clan. You have to join a competitive clan, which means the clan must have a healthy player base that is not only active but also have a minimum threshold of available skills and experience in the game. Only the winning clans and the winning clan members will even have a chance to win a Chieftain reward tank. The reward tanks are very limited in numbers and only the top, say 4,000 in Europe, 1,200 in NA and 600 in Asia players in the entire campaign will get one for free. So only at the top echelons, so you need to qualify for it. If you're outside the top 4,000 in Europe, 1,200 in NA, 600 in Asia players, you can still qualify to buy a Chieftain through bonds auction. Now the bonds auction tanks are limited, so in Europe there will be 8,700 tanks for auction. In NA there will be 2,550 tanks for auction, and in Asia there will be 1,300 tanks for auction. But because of how expensive the tank will cost through bonds auction and the limited amount of bonds most players have, it will be a very difficult path. So how do you join a competitive clan and an active clan at the same time? Here I will provide you a clear path you can follow on your way to reaching your goal. Firstly, you have to make some honest self-assessment and figure out where you're at with your tanking skills and experience. Do you always finish your games in the top half of your team in experience? Do you own the meta tanks required for Clan Wars? For example, the 279E, the Object 260, the Super Conqueror, the Object 140, Object 277, AMX 50B, EBR 105, E100, STB1, Kranwagen. If you don't own at least half of these tanks, you have a very slim chance of ever owning a Chieftain. Second, now if you have reasonable skills and experience and can take some simple instructions and own all of these tanks, now you're ready for the next step of your journey. Start looking for a clan to join. No, don't join your friend's clan. Strike out on your own and find a clan with players that share your same goals. How do you do that? You join the Advances game mode and volunteer as a Legionnaire. As a Legionnaire, you will find or you will fill teams that are short of players, and the callers will put you in like as a substitute player. Be prepared to have Discord at a minimum for communications and ditch the teams that use in-game voice chat or TeamSpeak. Just trust me on this. Now the process of finding a clan could be a long one. Playing Advances with different clans over a period of months will help you find a clan that is active, that you can get along with, that you can improve your skills with. You could change clans multiple times before you settle. or keep moving to better clans as you outgrow your current skill levels. I suggest you play with other players that are at the same or slightly higher skill levels. This keeps you motivated to improve and takes you to the next level. Whatever clan you choose to play with, make sure you're happy and relaxed. If you're happy and relaxed with company you enjoy, then the long grind to get a chieftain will be a lot more pleasant. Now next, your clan will compete in a clan wars campaign or event. During the 2 weeks of this campaign, you will play 6 to 8 hours a day with your clan in order to make the top 4,000 in Europe, the top 1,200 in NA, the top 600 in Asia positions. Only the most dedicated players will get this reward for free. The more you win, the easier it will be for you to earn the chieftain. The less you win, the more you have to play to make up for those losses and keep up with the points you need to keep your place on the leaderboard. Your clan must perform at a minimum of 60% win rate, I would say, for any kind of chance to keep your players within the leaderboard margins. Now, that's not the end of your story. After getting into a clan, you also need to make sure that you get chosen to play. You get chosen to represent your clan in tournaments or in the matches. This is where your value to your clan will ultimately face the test. If you're not good enough, you're not going to get picked, or you're going to get picked last. Sometimes you don't get picked because the caller doesn't like your attitude. So remaining in good standing with your clan is also an important factor that you need to take into account. Needless to say, it's always the best players that act and do whatever they like within the clan because they know they will always be the first draft picks. This would be less than desirable situation, but this is something you can't avoid, especially when you're in one of these top clans. Now, that being said, making yourself valuable to your clan isn't limited to just your playing skills either. If you contribute to the organization and management of, let's say, clan schedules, it would also mean you could get more games under your belt just because you're always there and you're always being helpful. If you join a proper and decent clan, there's usually a set plan and goals for each player in the clan. The experienced callers and management roughly know how many players in the clan will earn their chieftains. These clans will have schedules figured out for everyone, and they will keep track of the median points needed to keep pace with the peloton chasing the reward tanks. Now, this entire process is actually from start to finish. If you're, let's say, a new player, it would take at least 2 years. Now, this is the consensus that I got from all the experienced players when I asked them about how long it would take for you to get a chieftain. You need to figure out your skills, your experience. It takes time to build. You need to build up an arsenal of meta tanks that is used in clan wars and advances. The Object 279s, the 260s, the Super Kongs, the Object 140s, Object 277s, the 50B, the EBR 105, the E100, STB, Kranwagen. It takes time for you to build up this arsenal, grind these tanks out, kit them out with all the best equipment and skilled crews. So roughly 2 years for you to, build up these tanks, get experience and map knowledge. Also, you need to network, make friends that are already in clans so that you can get into clan that is competitive and active. So it is, in my opinion, and the people that I've spoken to, which are very experienced clan wars players, roughly 2 years from start to finish. It's possible you could rush this and maybe do it in a year, maybe do it in a year and a half. It is very possible, but you know, a lot of things need to go right for you. For example, you need to have a lot of friends to help you grind out your tanks. When I say grind out your tanks, I mean platooning with you to make you win more. You know, the more you win, the more XP you get, because winning, when you're winning in random battles, you get more XP. You get less XP if you lose. So when you're in a platoon with your friends and you win a lot, that will speed up your grinding for new tanks, tier 10 tanks, and that could help you speed up this process. For example, also when you are platooning, you also tend to mingle and mix around the active players, the influential players, the players who have connections with clans, who could recommend you, boost you to a clan, you know, help you get into a good clan early in your career. So there are ways to speed this up, but again, like I said, I spoke to a lot of people. Most people say it takes about 2 years. Even with you speeding up your grinds and you know, making networking early with all the connections, playing a ton of games every day just to familiarize yourself with team play, familiarize yourself with map positions, map locations. All these takes time to build. When I talk about experience in playing the game, random battles and team battles have different kind of play styles. When you're playing on your own or with your friends in random battles, the skills you use, the strategies that you use to win games are completely different to when you are playing in clan wars battles, advances, playing as a legionnaire, playing as a 15 versus 15 is very different to playing in random battles. In random battles, you are basically playing with 29 other players and it is 1 versus 29. You are battling everyone to get damage, to win the game, to make yourself rank high in the experience. So 1 versus 29 and 15 versus 15 is totally different ball games, which is why I did not come to this 2-year process conclusion, you know, just by making a wild guess. All the skills, knowledge, experience, grinding, networking, all these takes time to build. So I hope you learned something today and took some information. Maybe you can build off and use this information as a platform for you to start grinding on your chieftain journey. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.